Hey, how you doing? Oh, it's been a while. It's been like, what, 3 weeks or something like that since I did a video. And man, I don't know, I've just been tired, been busy at work, working about 15 hours overtime every week. And then Saturday comes and Saturday, Sunday, I'm just tired, man. I haven't had the energy to do anything. Ride to Starbucks, maybe that's about it. This weekend, though, today's Monday, so today's a holiday in Canada. It's a civic holiday. And so my wifey, she's down in the States, she says, like, what's a civic holiday? I said, a civic holiday is just because we need a day off from work with pay. Because we're Canadians and we're lazy. And that's it. That's about it. So anyway, today's a Monday. So this past Saturday, I went over to the island. I didn't film it because I've done that like twice before. You don't need to see that again. But anyway, I went over there, spent the night Saturday night, came back Sunday afternoon, and got home last evening. And I slept good, and today I feel good. I got lots of energy. I don't know why, but may as well use it. So instead of laying in bed all day today watching TV like I figured I was I'm gonna go for a bit of a ride. And anyway, what have I been doing lately? Been tinkering around with the bike. That's about it. And show you a couple things that I've been doing. So I went around and I did some oiling. Started actually with my highway pegs. And when I put them on, they were a little bit snug going down. And they slowly got harder and harder to put down with just your feet. So I started thinking, it's time to oil things up. And I'm not one for penetrating oil. Okay, any kind of spray lube or whatever that says it's penetrating, I don't use it unless it's on a rusty nut. I just can't get my head around that. So what I use is a very fine oil. And it says there, this is a electric motor oil, long lasting. So it's good for getting into tight spots, hanging in there. It's a very fine lube. So went around to my highway pegs and I just put a drop on them, both sides. Check this out. Right? This is so nice. So easy. So then I thought, okay, let's keep going. So every part that moves, I put oil in there. And some of it, yeah, it comes out the bottom, but some of it will travel into there. Anything that moved. Here you see there's a little bit of play in the linkage there. There's like a ball and the end of it. So oil in there. Oil in the other side. The engine mount. Right in here. There's going to be a little bit of movement in there. Oil in there. Oil in the other side. Then I thought, well, I've never done the clutch cable. I have no idea when it was lubed properly the last time. So I took this off. I didn't videotape it. There's lots of YouTubes. You don't need to see it. But you don't have to remove the mirror. This is a Road King. You don't need to remove the mirror. You loosen off your clutch. Slack off your clutch adjustment as much as you can. And now I've seen guys do these. It's covered with a boot. I've seen guys slide them down. Why would you slide it down? The top is tight to keep water out. The bottom is loose. Slide the thing up, man. Look how easy that goes, right? So, of course, oil on there before I moved any of it. Loosen it off. Loosen all that off and then when you're done, don't forget to put your boot back on and slide it down. Okay? And then once you got it all loosened off, under here, right in there, is a spring clip. And that's a pain in the ass, man. That was a pain in the ass because it's real small. You can't see it well. And you're not squishing it, which would be easy. You have to make it wide, which is more difficult to do, right? So anyway, got that off. The pin pushes out real easy. Of course, I put some oil on that pin before I put it back. Then the whole thing just wiggles out in one piece. Hold it up, hold the cable up, pour oil down her, right? Let it go down for a while so it has a chance, so it doesn't end up just coming out here. Let it go all the way down. And put it back together. Readjust your clutch. Now the spring clip, when I put it back on, it was kind of loose on there. Okay, so then I just took needle nose pliers, squished it together a bit. Yeah, you might end up scratching this a little bit, but look where it is. Like, does it really matter if you get a little scratch under there? I don't know. I can't see shit without my glasses, so it's all good, right? Anyway, did that. And that was a pretty easy job. And basically lubed up everything. Lubed up the hinges on my saddlebag covers and all that stuff. So that was something I haven't done for quite a while. So we got that done. And what else did I do? Oh yeah, the mufflers. These are Screaming Eagle Fat Shots. And they're pretty good for sound. You know, a little bit louder than stock mufflers. Not a real great sound. They're running at about 82 decibels, but I wanted a little bit more sound than that. So these things, which were underneath this plate here, okay, I decided to take them off. Put everything else back, and it's quite a bit more sound. Very deep, throaty sound. Not enough that it's really going to disturb the neighbors when I go to work at 5:30 in the morning. Running at about 87 decibels now. And the limit up here is, you know, 90 to 92, something like that. So I want to keep it a little bit quiet because I don't want to give the cops an excuse. They're just looking for an excuse to pull you over, okay? And that would be an excuse. Oh, it sounds a bit loud. We need to test it. And then they just harass the shit out of you. So what else do we do? Well, right now, I'm cleaning my air filter. I haven't done that for about 3,000 miles, I guess. Was like last fall, last November when I took it off. And I don't know, I haven't been going far, so I didn't put that many miles on the bike. 3,000 miles or so. But anyway, I took it off. I haven't cleaned anything yet. And so, have a look at this. Okay. Here's the amount of oil I have. This is where it is. Okay? The oil's all here. Let me wipe my finger off. So after 3,000 miles, there's very, very little in here. Like, you might get a bit of a shine there, see? And then inside there's a lip before it goes into your intake. There's a lip there. So stick my little finger on that lip. A little bit of a shine there. So in here there's a bit of oil laying in there. Okay. Do I need to worry about that? No, I don't think so. Anyway, you know, I've shown it before, and yeah. We're not going to go through this whole thing because it tends to make people crazy, and then they comment with all kinds of nasty things. Well, you do beer. Yeah, okay, whatever. You have your opinion, I have mine. But anyway, a little bit of oil on the air filter, of course, on the bottom part, because that's where most of the oil that would come out of there is going. So anyway, we're gonna clean this up today. We'll do that, let that dry out a little bit before we go out on the ride. And what else? That's about it, really. You know, I haven't done anything. I'm still happy with the oil I'm running in the primary. It's that 8140 synthetic transmission oil. Well, that's AMSOIL I'm running in the engine. And for the primary and the transmission, we're running this 80W140, which is way better than, I think, than 2050. But that's just me. So you do you, I'll do me. We accept each other, and we're all happy, right? That's the way life is supposed to be. So that's about all we've done. Other than that, the bike's running pretty good. Yeah, so that's about all we've done. Long rides coming up. Well, the border's still closed. We can fly down and fly back, but you can't drive across the border. I can't drive into the U.S. You can't go in unless you're an American citizen or resident. And I'm not. So today's August 2nd. The U.S. government is saying it's going to be that way till August 21st, and then they're going to think about it. So I still haven't been able to see my wifey down there in person, other than doing video chats or whatever. So holidays, I'm not sure what's going on. I had like 10 days planned beginning of September. Depending on my wifey's schedule with her weekends, if she was occupied one of those weekends, and I was thinking about heading down to Arizona to see a brother down there. Whether that's going to happen or not, I don't know. If the border's still not open, I'm going to postpone my vacation because there's no sense having lots of time off. Riding into the mountains in BC, you can do it, but a lot of places, a lot of roads are closed and stuff right now because they're having so many wildfires, kind of like the problem I heard they're having in California. So anyway, that's about it. So we'll see where I end up today. Not sure if I'm gonna do a video on any of it, but we'll see. But anyway, good to see you again, and take care and be safe.